Hello ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise for the long delay in the reviews. It's a shame that I've done this, many of you are loyal listeners, I do apologise. Today I'm doing a number of reviews. First off on the list, Mass Effect Retribution by Drew Karpyshyn. Yeah, I know I'm saying that last name wrong, forgive me for that. Mass Effect Retribution is the third book in a series of Mass Effect novels written by Drew. Mass Effect Retribution takes place after Mass Effect 2, but does it? Yeah, it takes place after Mass Effect 2. Forgive me, I'm not actually that sure. I always thought it was taking place after 2, but no, maybe it might have taken place after. No, because Anderson's back from the dead. Not Anderson, Shepard is back from the dead, so it had to be after Mass Effect 2 was going on alongside the events. Anyway, first off, there are two plot lines that are involved. The first one is Mass Effect Revelation has a relationship between Captain Anderson back when he was a lieutenant, during when he was trying to become the first human Spectre. He had a relationship with Kaylee Sanders, a scientist who was on the planet where all the crap was going down, and was Sauron discovered Harbinger. As we all know, Anderson failed to become Spectre, but he did, their relationship ended that day. Kaylee wanted to continue her career. Revelation was really a prequel to Mass Effect. Mass Effect Ascension had a whole plot line. First off, it introduced Cerberus in more detail, and also gave us our first look at the elusive man, and the questionable morals of Cerberus. It also involved Paul Grayson, an agent of Cerberus, who is basically minding a girl called Haiti, I think. Haiti, anyway. Forgive me if I don't that character's name completely wrong. The whole idea was that she was superpowered bionic, that Cerberus had secretly been doing work on. Eventually, Cerberus smuggled in some drug that they injected into her, which made her unbelievably powerful. It was these power levels had only been seen once before in the most powerful bionic. And anyway, she eventually revealed that she has a connection to Cerberus, so they have to try and take her to safety. There's this huge epic battle of 200, well not epic battle, but ton of different plots coming together at the end, where they all converge in the flotilla. You know, the flotilla of Terra's people. The guys who made the death. Terra, very nice. They eventually convinced the not Reapers, the people of the flotilla to take easy, and the other character whose name I have forgotten, I do apologise. Sorry, not Paul. Gillian Grayson, forgive me. Anyway, Gillian Grayson and Hendal, sorry, is the full name. Anyway, Hendal and Gillian go and stay on the flotilla, while Miss Sanders and Paul Grayson come to an agreement to defend her. Paul, of course, throws robe from the Cerberus and pisses off the elusive man to no extent. Won't you be pissed if what your own agent said, "Flip you, pal, I got all this information, and if you try to kill me, I break it out on the public network, and you're screwed. Alright? Oh, fucking hell, yeah, Paul. You know, I'm going to get you back. Oh, don't worry, I know that. But you're not going to do that for a while, are you? We'll just wait for another book like Drew, and then we'll see who's laughing. Have to wait till after Mass Effect 2, though. Oh, this is man. Jesus. Alright. Anyway, we didn't need that bit of dramatization. Anyway, Retribution. All these plot lines are now removed, along with plot lines from Mass Effect 2. The elusive man now has new technology of the Reapers which he wants to incorporate into a test subject. This, of course, leads to trouble, because he wants to fulfill his personal vendetta against Paul Grayson, who backstabbed him in Ascension by taking away his project, which was Hendau. I know, maybe I should start it with Ascension and done a video on that rather than do this first. But anyway, this man's pissed. Eventually hires Fern. Forgive me if I'm getting the character wrong. I tend to do that a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, what is your man's name? I think I'd look this up before I do the review, won't you? Anyway, I'll forget your man's name at the moment, so... Anyway. This man sends Hitman to get Paul Grayson. Oh man, what do you call it, that place? You know that World Station in the middle of nowhere? Whatever it's called, anyway. Grayson, of course, has been keeping regular contact with Kaylee Sanders. But of course, Paul says he's going to win her, but then of course he's captured by Cerberus. And of course he's taken that and experimented on. Paul, being the complete is swiftly overcome by the Reaper technology, which slowly begins to reprogram and recreate him. At first he has full control, but gradually throughout the novel, which I think is well done, that slowly the Reaper is slowly taking control, manipulating, and by the end of the novel he's literally just a voice in his own head. The Reapers have full control. But anyway, Kaylee, concerned about Paul, contacts her old pal David Anderson. Together they team up, try to rescue Paul, strike a massive blow along with Victorian people against Cerberus, hitting them hard and taking out countless operations and business fronts of Cerberus, which pisses off the elusive man. There's even a bit where you see that in the elusive man's perspective, and he, this like 8-year-old man or something, is struggling to get about, but is able to take out all these elite Victorian soldiers. He's just, you know, struggling to get away. He does, of course. Problem is, no one bothered to take out Paul, who's now become a Reaper slave, and is under the full control of the Reapers. Of course, this is bad, because the Reapers have a plan. Paul at first has control, but gradually the Reapers, as I mentioned, take it away from him. First off, they study all his memories and learn about the bionics. So they go to the bionic school where all the children live. Of course, this leads to trouble, since, why? Because the Reapers had this big interest in the bionics. I don't know why, but I think they might have a weakness to them or something. The Reapers go there, and he literally causes hell because it becomes a three-way battle between the Reaper Paul, Anderson, Kaylee, and I forget the kid's name that it has in it. There's this kid character that has a huge crush on Kaylee by now, and it has Cerberus rides. There's this huge battle. Eventually they're able to kill Paul, but beforehand he reveals all this information that sheds a new light on the Reapers. Now, I don't really understand what it really meant, but anyway. Really, this novel is fast-paced with great characters. It uses many well-established ones, the Elusive Man and Captain Anderson, and many new characters that I wish would appear in the video games because they're so ingenious. Mass Effect Retribution is brilliant, a well-done book, and not only will I recommend Retribution, but I'd also recommend Ascension and Revelations as both vital parts, since you can see the development of the mythology behind Mass Effect, as well as the rich and developed universe. In closing, I know this review was all over the place, me struggling to remember plot lines and summarize things and all this, and I do apologize for that. But I recommend this, really, because it is so well done. It is fine, and not only that, but Drew is a great writer, and not only does he pull it off Mass Effect, but I'll tell you about his work in Path of Destruction. It's a well done book, rich characters, quick plot, developed universe. Ladies and gentlemen, if I had that timing, I'd give this book a proper review. But for now, go out and read Retribution.